Loose lead walking, just a quick guide. Start somewhere quiet, like your garden or even indoors. Get the dog where you want it to be, which is just here, and reward it. Take a step, and reward it again. Another step, another reward. Until eventually, you can take 2, 3, 4 steps, and your dog stays right where you want it to be. Good girl. You can start adding a word in, like close or heel or here. Here. So that word becomes synonymous with just being where you want it to be. Here. Good girl. Then start changing direction without saying anything. If a dog stays with you, reward it for being next to you. And once that's working really well, you can start adding more things in, like an away or a break or a free command. Away. Throw a treat away as she goes for it. Here. Call her back. Good girl. Nala, away. Here. That's a good start to recall as well. Another thing you want to start looking at is when you stop, wait for a sit, then reward the dog, then move on. The idea of this is, if I'm walking through town and I come across a friend and I stop to talk, my dog should automatically sit. And that gives me much more control and just good basic manners. Okay. This is the point. If this is going well, you can introduce a lead maybe. And all the lead allows us to do is give us more control when we're out in public. So you still do your normal work, and the lead's just a backup. If Nala wanders off too far, I can stop with the lead, call her back, get her where I want her. Now continue the walk again. So now I've got control with the voice, with the rewards, and I can prevent her from doing the wrong thing. Get that right in a nice low stress area with very little distractions. This will give you then the tools you need to go out in the real world. So once you're outside, still go somewhere quiet. But now we're going to keep the dog on lead for safety reasons, obviously. And all you're looking to at this point is still reward for giving us attention and being here. But now I got the lead. You can also use the lead as a bit of a backup. So if your dog goes a bit far ahead, you can just use the lead to stop them going any further. This isn't a hard jerk or pulling the dog back. It's just prevent it from doing the wrong thing. Good girl. You can still do the away game. Just obviously keep it to the length of your lead. Nala, away. Yeah. You can still build in the auto sit as well. Good girl. It's just a variation of a theme. Away. Let the dog wander away. Nala. Here. Good girl. Good girl. And reward for making the decision to come back here. Even if you have to go really slowly, step by step. Reward, reward, reward. Keep doing that. But eventually you can start fading it out to reward every 3 steps, every 5 steps, every 10 steps. Changing direction helps a lot as well, because the more you change direction, the more the dog has to pay attention to you. Right. If things are going well, the next place you can try is a quiet country road. There's not going to be many distractions here. People, dogs, stuff like that. We might get some squirrels and stuff, but we'll deal with that when we come to it. But essentially, the only distractions we can control, smells, things like that. So you still keep up with the same technique. Yeah. Rewarded for being next to us in the little bubble that we want the dog to be in. Yeah. We can still do the change of directions. Yeah. Good girl. Good girl. So now we're in the woods, there's even more distractions than when we were walking down the road. And already Nala's picking up on all the different smells that are available to her. I can still control the stimulus here to a point by slowing things down. But what I don't want is her to just continually walk in front of me like this. Although she's not really pulling, she's still in the wrong position. So change direction. Here. Good girl. Change direction again. Okay, now she's focusing a little bit more on me. Here. Reward for being next to me. Now I've got more control. I can also use the lead, don't forget. If she wanders too far ahead, I can just use the lead to prevent her going any further ahead. And again, good girl. When she looks back, she gets a reward for being here. So the same technique again, don't let her go into the wrong position and then reward her for the right position. Here. Good girl. So once your dog's walking well, responding well, listening to your commands, being aware of where you are a lot of the time, I don't mind giving the dog a bit more leeway. Give it a bit more lead. Let it explore a little bit further. As long as the second you need it to come back to you, it will. Hello, here. Good girl. Let's go. If you can do this in very quiet areas, your garden, then your cul-de-sac maybe, then a quiet road, country path, path through the woods. These are all stepping stones up until we get to a really busy area, or we meet a dog or a person or a kid on a bike or some big distraction. If everything has gone well to this point, dealing with that scenario is just the next small step. So the work you put in so far should pay off at that point. Good girl, Nala. Ultimately, all your hard work should pay off. To enable you to come to somewhere like this, just high street. It's a good idea to pick a quiet day. But the idea is just do what you've been doing all along so far. Here. Reward your dog for being next to you. If she starts to wander off, we can use a lead. If we need to get her attention, use the commands. There's a lot more distractions on the high street that are different to other places. So keeping a focus is a really good thing to do to start with. Yeah. She's doing good. The more distractions there are, the harder you might have to work. But just use what you've been using. Here. The change of direction technique shouldn't have to be needed here. That was just to get a focus in the early days. But once it's going well, she's giving you a focus anyway. Good girl. So negotiating a place like High Street all of a sudden becomes much easier. Good girl, good girl. There you go. Slow down. Good girl. Just use the lead a little bit there. Yeah. And this is all we're aiming for. Good girl. Basically, there's several ways to get a dog to walk loose lead next to you, or ultimately off lead next to you. But they all work on the same sort of principle. Start somewhere small, stay calm, keep it basic, and build up step by step by step until you reach this level. To try and do this from the start, it'd be difficult. If you can start in your garden, in your house, build up to your cul-de-sac, maybe a quiet lane, a quiet track, until eventually you can walk through busy areas with your dog just walking next to you. You can achieve anything, but just take your time, work at a pace you're comfortable with, work at a pace your dog can handle. And together, you should be able to achieve this no problem. Good girl.